Huh?
I cannot believe I'm filming like this right now. Oh my goodness. Hello friends, and welcome to part 4 of this garage hoarder series. My goodness, today we are going to be taking all of this stuff and we are going to be organizing it onto our built-in shelving unit. It turned out so good and I'm so happy to have all of this stuff off of the floor. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. I have an idea.
Cut. Starts.
Our neighbors were totally sitting outside when we were filming this part, and Michael is just so energetic and like extroverted, and I'm the complete opposite. But right now we are going to start filling these shelves up. This has made a massive difference in our garage. The pile that you saw earlier literally ends up almost going away 100%, just because I have spent so much time out in this garage and I was able to see what type of space I needed, which is why the shelving unit on the left side, I have like that space that tall things can go on, and then the bike organization, and then I left the space at the bottom on the right side for Mackenzie's ride-on pony, for my shop vac. So a lot of times when you see these storage units being built on here on YouTube or Instagram or Pinterest, a lot of them are just shelving units, so just long rows of shelving. And that doesn't really work when it comes to bulkier items that you need to store. So customizing it this way has totally changed the entire game, because I'm not really storing bins out here. That will be for seasonal storage in the basement, so I will be doing that soon. But I needed this to fit our lives and the things we use on a daily basis: camp chairs, bicycles. I'm going to be adding some helmet hooks. I was just trying to think of having a place for everything, you know, the whole a home for everything and everything in its home. That was my main goal. That way the garage is 100% going to become messy again. And that's because life happens, nothing gets put away, and it will be so much easier knowing that, yes, the garage is a mess, but it's going to take us 15 minutes and we can literally have everything put back to where it needs to go. The problem has been and has always been that nothing had an actual home. So the baskets on the bottom shelf are meant to be easily accessible for the children. I have pickleball paddles in the first bin. The second bin, I believe, is the pickleball like balls and tennis balls. The third bin is bike accessories, so anything that has to do with a bicycle, maybe like a cell phone holder for a bicycle or a water bottle holder for a bicycle. Actually, we even have like an extra bicycle seat in one, some lights for bicycles, and then the last bin is just random toys, Mackenzie's bug catching kit, like little things like that that she likes to play outside with. And the second shelf has these super cool bins from Target, and at the time I did not measure, I did not know it was going to fit this well. At first I thought I was only going to be able to stack 2, and then I realized I could stack them 3 high. So I did have to do a few extra trips to Target throughout this organizational process, which is why it has taken me so much longer. And right now we are definitely in a trial and error era. You guys get it? The whole era thing is like huge right now. So all of the things that I'm putting into these bins right now will end up changing. That bin is not going to stay up on that third shelf, but this bin is going to stay up here. I also have that stroller, and you're going to see that I end up taking the stroller down. That is our Disney stroller, and we're actually going to Disney when the kids get out of school in a few weeks, so I'm actually going to end up taking that back down. I ordered a bag on Amazon for it, and then I'm going to just maybe forget it in my parents' garage because they live an hour from Disney. And yes, you definitely see something moving in my garage right now. We got a golf cart, but I will share more about that and the space it's going to take up in next week's video when I get more into where everything is going to be permanently going.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I have an idea. trust, baby, I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right here we got so much time, looping in the blurry lights. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got the system of favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances say I'm nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top.
So when Michael and I finish a project, and this pretty much happens with every single project, we end up with either a box or a bin full of all of the tools and extra things that we purchased that we didn't use and things that need to go back in a bin. So we have bins and boxes all over our garage that are just full of random items. So right here, that paint bin, I ended up realizing, okay, this is exactly what I'm trying to not do, just have like a big random bin of things. And then even the other bin that had the ropes in it, I ended up realizing, okay, one of the ratchet straps has a huge like knot in it. And then the other rope, I finally realized, I was like, Michael, is this from when we had a boat? That is a boating rope. I'm like, why is it in our garage right now? So that ended up going out to the shed. I mean, if he wants it, that's fine. He can have it, but it's going to go out to the shed and live. I mean, maybe they'll decide to tie it up to something somewhere along the line in the backyard. But these shoe bins, I'm going to basically go through every single one, decide what we want to keep, what we need to just get rid of, what I can donate. And then these are going to be grouped into the bins that are on that back wall. And the china cabinet, you guys, I've had so many people just be like, just get rid of the furniture, just get rid of it. And I'm like, but I love it. I love this china cabinet. So I actually think I'm going to refinish it and then keep it in my garage. Is that weird? I mean, I can put all of my chemicals, products, things like that, like any liquid type of product up in the top. And then the bottom can be my extra paint sprayers or my paint trays, all of the bulkier items that I want to have easy access to, that I don't want to just shove in a bin. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you think. I haven't refinished it yet, but I want to in the next few days. So definitely let me know in the comments if that would be super weird for me to have a china cabinet in my garage. But you will see I do start putting stuff in the top shelf and it literally works really well.
You take my love for granted. Say a bunch of stuff you never mean, yeah. I think I need a minute to figure out my limits.
All right, it is a new day, and at this point I have lost track of which day I'm on while filming this portion of the video, but I ran to Target, I got some more bins. I found these larger bins, and it's really like two of like those bins put together. So I'm going to transfer over a few things that are already growing out of the bins, like the new paint rollers, and there's one other one will end up, I think actually it's like the paint accessories. So we're gonna move those two over to taller bins just because I want room to grow. Obviously, I don't want to create a system that is already full because that would just be awful. So we're going to switch over a few things, and then I also grabbed a like extra large bin, and that is going to have the inflatables in it. I am so happy I finally have somewhere for inflatables to be able to live, and this is me learning that I can stack 3 high. I was so excited. I have no idea how I managed to pick a bin that fit as well as it did. You would almost think I did it on purpose, being able to fit that many across and that many high. Like seriously, it was literally perfect. So before you get started on a project, if you pick your bins out first, make sure that they fit, obviously, because I think it would be easier to kind of customize it than to try and get lucky like I did, because I honestly thought I wasn't going to be able to do the 3 high. And now looking at it side by side, having it fit all the way to the top of the shelf makes it look so much more professionally done. You would have thought I measured that. So I would definitely measure, because now thinking like, what if I had done that shelf above it just a few inches shorter? It would have changed everything. So definitely learn from my wins and my losses, because I'm still worried about having my shelving unit a little too close to my breaker box. So there's that.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my...
You will see I spend a lot of time up on this shelf that is above the bicycles. And yes, it definitely would have been easier if I would have just shut my garage door completely, but then you wouldn't have been able to see anything because our lights do not work in here. But that has all changed, and now I actually have a light fixture, actually 2 light fixtures that work really well. I almost thought about just cutting this part out, but I thought it would be good for you guys to see that this was not easy. I didn't just like throw everything up and it looked great. So we will be coming back to that area on another day. But now we are going to switch gears and we are going to start cleaning this china cabinet because, as I mentioned earlier, I want to prep it to refinish it. And this thing was nasty, so incredibly nasty. So it's gonna take a lot of work, but I am so excited. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and refinish it, and then if I decide not to use it in the garage, I can sell it. It doesn't really fit the style of my home. It might fit it more once it's painted, but I do already have that arched cabinet, and I think that might just be too many cabinets in one area of a house. But we're gonna go ahead and try and get this refinished. Hopefully it'll be done for next week's video, but you'll have to let me know your thoughts about using it as storage for in the garage.
You give me this energy. It is like you set me free. Chasing highs to stay alive. But if I'm with you, I'll survive. So hold me close into the night, 'cause I need you to stay. You take me to paradise, that's why it's hard to wait. Can I be around you for motivation? Just a little while now. A simple
up cutting a ton of the footage of me cleaning the china cabinet, so let me know in the comments if you want to see maybe just like a refinishing video, and then I can include all the clips that I still have. But I did run to Home Depot really quick and I grabbed a mop to do the walls with. I also grabbed some spray paint for the inside of the china cabinet because it is just gross. On the bottom, I'm going to spray paint the entire inside. I'm going to spray paint inside the drawers. The top actually looks really good though, so I'm not going to worry about that. But before I spray paint anything, I'm going to scrub it with some soap and water, which is why I grabbed that brush. These are some little sandpaper pieces for that little beauty that I got, that Ryobi little angled sander. I've been wanting one of those for so long, and if you saw last week's video, you know our stud finder died. And we have quite a few more things to hang up on the wall. And then I got a small can of WD-40 to just keep in the garage. And then I got some liquid sandpaper for my secretary desk that I'm currently trying to refinish. I'm going to clear out this space. This is where I'm planning to put that Craftsman VersaTrack that I shared in last week's video, and I keep going back and forth on what exactly I want to do with this area. I've even thought about maybe building another built-in shelving unit right here and then making it a little bit high so the air compressor still fits. I don't know. We'll have to see what I end up doing, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and clear this area out because no matter what, I want it cleaned up. And then I'll vacuum, clean the wall up, and then we're going to head to the front of the garage, so like right in front of where I'm at right now, because that is just a mess. And I think one of the biggest things with my garage right now that is left is the lumber. Like scrap lumber everywhere. So as soon as we get the like lumber racks that I got on Amazon mounted on the wall, I really think that's going to make a huge difference in the amount of stuff that is still on my floor.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just gotta allow some vibe. Striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night. The summer night, the summer night. Sleeping in the back of a van, roaming in the wilderness. We'll never need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I. Singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside. Gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause
Right now, my brain is working in overdrive, and you can kind of see that. It looks like I'm just kind of going back and forth, don't really know what I'm doing, and that's because I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. All I knew was that I wanted to clear out this back wall. That way I could figure out what I want to store on the back wall and get it there. And somebody actually commented in one of my last videos and said you should have put the deep freezer on the left side of your garage. And now that I'm thinking about it, that probably, honestly, I have no idea what that thing is. Let me know in the comments if you do, but I have no idea what that thing is. And now that I'm thinking about it, that probably would have been the best idea, especially knowing now about the breaker box and having the storage unit built too close to the breaker box, because I also shared that in either last week or the week before's video that I think we built it too close to the breaker box. Some counties actually have codes saying you need so many inches on each side of the breaker box. So I probably should have just put the deep freezer over there, although there is no power. Michael would have had to run power, which is why I was kind of like, yeah, I don't want to do that. But now, hindsight, we probably should have just put in an outlet over there because Michael would have been able to do that and then put the built-ins on the other side. And this is that lumber rack I was talking about. I don't know. We'll have to see what I end up doing in next week's video. I kind of want to get this finished up and I kind of want to do something drastic, but we'll see what happens because I honestly have no idea yet.
I thought that we had something special. I thought I handled this so well. I know we had the right intentions, but somehow it came to an end. I was looking for a remedy. Now I better who's in front of me. I was looking for a remedy. Now I better who's in front of me. Yeah. Push you back, hold you close, start a fight, there you go. I get unstable.
Okay, don't judge me. I'm giving myself one tote to hold on to, you guys. This big black and yellow bin was empty. Like there was nothing in it. I was just going to go stick it in the shed, but instead I'm going to use it to store all of my ruggables, all of the pads and the actual rugs. I have invested a lot of money into these ruggables and I need to get them out, clean them up. I'm going to wash the pads in the driveway and then I'll wash the actual rug in the washer and then I'll take pictures, list them on Marketplace. I can't just like get rid of this stuff. I have a lot of money in these rugs, so I definitely want to hold on to them, but having everything in one spot is making it so much easier to keep everything contained and accounted for because I literally had the padding. I had those everywhere. I had them in the garage, in the shed, upstairs in my linen closet. So now that I can keep them all in one place, it's going to make life so much easier.
I get unstable in my bed all alone. Never know when you home. I get unstable. I get unstable. Remember the first time I met you, the way that it had made me feel. But later something changed between us.
Now we are heading towards the front of the garage where the entrance to our house is at. And I may have done a few little projects. I'm going to be sharing this board and batten at the end of the video. It took me a very long time. And when I say a very long time, I mean it took me an extra 2 or 3 days and it should have been like a 1-day deal. I will definitely get into that though, but right now Michael is going to go ahead and put this light fixture up for me. And when I ordered this, I just wanted him to mount it on the wall and then I was going to get a rechargeable light bulb. I didn't want to go through the mess of hardwiring and having to get into the walls and everything like that, but Michael does have a background in electrical and he's done a lot of electric work, so he just could not bear the thought of having a rechargeable light bulb up on the wall. So this also added quite a few days, which is why my video last week just did not go out, guys. I was burnt out. We had drywall everywhere. Like if you've ever done anything like that, you know it just creates an entire mess in itself. So I had just gotten that like landing all clean. I had vacuumed the rug and then he cut into the drywall and it was just a mess. So I definitely needed last week to just kind of decompress and let him do his thing. And now we are in full-on end of year mode. So we have awards and parties. My 5-year-old daughter, her right there. Are you talking to Daddy? You're so cute.
I was knocking back to you. The stud's right here.
You're so silly. My baby is graduating from pre-K. Actually, tomorrow. It'll be the day that you guys are watching this. I'm all up in my emotions right now, and my mom is actually here and my nephew from Florida for her graduation. So we are just super excited. So that is why last week's video just did not make it up. Now we're going to go ahead and jump back to like the previous day that I had been filming when I was organizing out here. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys the light and the wall because you're going to see pieces of it and you're going to be like, what on earth happened over there? So I just kind of wanted to explain it. But now we are back to this wall, and I spent a lot of time organizing the stuff that was going up on this wall. I didn't want to keep anything that I knew we weren't going to use. And then this area above the bikes really threw me for a loop because it is so high up, and then with the rail right there, you can't access the stuff on the right without taking everything down first, and that's me holding the boat rope bin, you guys. We will get there though. So I went ahead and put the moving blankets and the life jackets up there because those are things we're not going to be using super often. We actually keep 1 or 2 moving blankets in the back of Michael's truck just for in a pinch. And now, hindsight, I could just store the boat rope with the life jackets. Oh my goodness, you guys. So you see me going through the bins right now, and I'm reorganizing like our safety glasses, our masks, things like that, our gloves. I was trying to put everything in one bin, and I realized that's just it's not gonna work, because then the glasses are gonna get dirty when we put gloves back. But in the next video, when I label everything, I will kind of go through the categories and I'll explain why I chose the bins that I chose. Right here, you're going to notice that I end up cutting to like a few moments later, and that's because I kept taking bins away and bringing them back and taking them away, and it was just way too much to follow footage-wise, even for me, and I'm the one who did it. So I am going to put the drop cloths, the tarps I use when I do like my citrus strip and things like that, and then my larger paint trays are going to go in that bin, and this will more than likely change because I do want to store that stuff in the bottom of the china cabinet along with that other little bin I had just put up there. But we are almost done with the organizing portion of today's video. I'm going to go ahead and move the deep freezer down there and then put the tool chest near all of the tool type things. I'm still trying to decide where I'm going to put the china cabinet, but for right now we're going to put it on this back wall. So I need to move that other little hutch thing that I want to refinish, and I'm going to just put it on a furniture roller coaster thing. That way I can move it around the garage. I saw my neighbor using one the other day, and I was like, why did I not think of that sooner? Like all of this big bulky furniture that I have had just sitting in my garage taking up space, I could have just been wheeling it all over the place. So now I have quite a few of those little dollies, and they are like the best thing ever. The ones I bought are from Harbor Freight, and they were like $12.99 a piece. And the crazy thing is, when I first started my garage clean out, I had bought caster wheels for a cube organizer, and I was going to like mount the caster wheels onto the cube organizer so I could roll it around. And those were like $14 on Amazon. So I actually saved money by buying it already built. So definitely, if you haven't already, don't forget about those little dolly furniture movers, because clearly they make life a lot easier. This is where I pretty much stopped organizing for the day, and now I'm going to share some behind the scenes footage of me making over this little garage entryway, and it turned out so incredibly cute, but I thought the board and batten was going to be a super quick project. So here we are. We're going to start with just cleaning the walls because I am going to be painting, so I figured I would get everything wiped down before I had wood up on the wall. And typically, this would have been a very easy project, but you will see that I end up running into a snag when I went to put up the main header piece on the wall I'm working on right now. Like, this piece of trim went up flawlessly. It worked perfectly. I love putting a 1x3 or even a 1x2 above my original baseboards. That way you don't have to take your baseboards out and you just throw it up on the wall. Super easy. And everything was going flawlessly until I got to the next part, when I realized this was not going to be as easy as I thought. I was basing this entire project around the garage door opener and those light switches, so I wanted to start on this wall first. Well, I didn't want to start on this wall first. I wanted to start on the right side, but I did start on the left side just so I could get like the measurements, and then I kind of traced a line around, because I wanted the board on the right to go up first, so then I could put the board up on the left and it would just kind of butt up into it. I cannot believe I'm filming like this right now. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be so mad at myself when I'm editing this, like looking like this. Like, what on earth? It's all good. It's all good. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's not okay. Oh my goodness. There's a hole in this wall. Or is it just a board? This board is super straight. What is that? You guys, I can fit my whole hand in there. This is where my super quick DIY project totally stalled out. This wall is not square. It's not square at all. It's not even, I don't even, is it round? I don't even know, but it definitely threw me for a loop, and you'll see I ended up just deciding to nail the board up and then I would shim everything. Well, you guys, I was literally shimming over 1/2 inch, which meant I had to shim all of the vertical boards too, and it ended up turning into a huge project. So it's not even like a good example of how to do board and batten, and that's why I just went ahead and stuck this at the end, because it was a hot mess. Like I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy peasy. I can stick my hand in the wall. No, that's not what caulk, that's not. Oh my goodness, Michael and his, that's what caulk is for. I'm like, yeah, no, that is not a good idea. So then you can even see now, you see those nail holes. I just went ahead and cut that footage out. I had gotten distracted with talking to him, and I put the board up on the wrong line, so we had to like pull it back out of the wall. You guys, I was literally losing my mind. Now you can probably see why there was no video last week.
I get unstable. I push you back, I hold you close. Push you back, hold you close. Start a fight, there you go.
There are a few mathematical ways that you can calculate the distance between your battens, but I usually just kind of eyeball it and go between either like an outlet or a light switch, and that's exactly what I did right here. I put a batten on the left side of the garage door opener, and then I put a batten on the right side next to the light switches. And that's what kind of gave me my distance. Since it was such a small area, I did want to do a smaller distance between the battens just so I could have more of them. But you can definitely kind of pick the type of look you want to go for. But now we are going to go ahead and start shimming this wall. I had to use a mix of different materials to try and build this up. I ended up using the leftover plywood from our shelving unit and a bunch of shims. This project was not supposed to be this complicated. It's probably a good thing though, that way you guys can see it's not rainbows and butterflies. But I could have totally had this done if I didn't have to figure out these massive gaps in the wall. But I'm sure you've heard people say like no house is square, and this is exactly what they mean. There's curves and dips and bumps, my goodness. I'm losing my mind, guys. Hi, how you doing today? Okay, I'm gonna take these two pieces, scrap OSB, smush them together. Let's go. Done. Go over. Done. Oh. After all of that work, this is what it looks like after I got everything shimmed out, and it's just going to make it much easier when it comes time to caulking. And for some reason I have no footage of me doing any of the caulking or filling in all the nail holes or priming it. I have no idea what I did I not film it? Maybe I was just so done that I didn't film it. That could totally be it, but I'm not sure. But we are going to go ahead, now that the wall is caulked and primed and all the nail holes are filled, we are going to start painting. And I had never used this paint before, and I made a massive mess. It was much thinner than I am used to using. and paint literally went everywhere. I was definitely skeptical when I first started stirring it up, but I actually really liked this paint and I'll definitely use it again. I want to say it was like maybe $30 for the gallon. So I was super excited to see how well this turned out with just the 2 coats.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and sit in you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend. And call me anytime when you're at a tight end you.
We are going to finish up this first coat of paint. I didn't film the second part just because it was pretty much me doing the same exact thing again. So we're going to finish this coat and then I'm going to show you the before and after. This little area turned out so cute. I'm going to be building a shoe organizer in next week's video and then we're going to put up some hooks. I am going to be hanging like my daughter's tennis racket bag, some outdoor hats, things like that on the hooks, and then Crocs, flip-flops, boots, shoes like that can go on the shoe rack that is going to be on this back wall because we did end up putting the recycle bins under the built-in shelving unit. So that's been working out really nice and it has definitely opened up this walkway area because our recycling tends to get a little bit out of control. But that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here and helping me get my garage in order. I hope you guys are enjoying this little series we have going on. Hopefully next week we will be able to wrap it up. But if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my little channel so much. All right, friends, I will see you in my next one. Bye.